What's up, guys? Welcome to Bipolar Boxing. We got Vergil Ortiz versus Israil Madrimov, a true 50-50 fight on the undercard of Better Be Off Bivol 2. And I mean, I really don't know who to pick in this fight. I mean, flip a coin, just pick your preference. Whoever you thought was better of these two, before they were signed to fight, just go with your heart on this fight. I mean, you don't know what the hell's going to happen in this fight. I mean, Madrimov did a better than expected job against Crawford, but Crawford's a way different style than Virgil Ortiz. Ortiz did. Bohachuk just fought his ass off in that fight, but I thought Virgil Ortiz would kind of dominate Bohachuk and he'd be too much for him. That was not the case. That was a really close fight. Virgil Ortiz was lucky to get a decision in that fight, and I bet Virgil Ortiz. I still had him winning, but I could easily see it going the other way. And I think Madrimov's better than Bohachuk. I just don't know if Madrimov can fight like Bohachuk did in that fight. That's what I think. I mean, Virgil Ortiz is going to bring it. He's a very exciting fighter. He's a Robert Garcia guy. They don't teach much defense at that gym, and they just want guys who are going to go forward, like going all the way to like when I used to watch my boy Brandon Rios, like no defense whatsoever, but just keeps coming forward. Hopefully, we can get like a Rios Alvarado type fight out of this. That'd be friggin' awesome. But Madrimov seems to be a better boxer than Virgil Ortiz. It's just I've just always had a feeling about Virgil Ortiz that he's kind of a special fighter. I never really got that from Madrimov, but that was Virgil Ortiz at 147. Now he's up at 154, where he can't knock out guys. He proved it in his last fight. I mean, he hit Boachuk with everything he had. He couldn't knock him out. So I don't think he's going to be able to knock out Madrimov. It's just going to be, I think Virgil Ortiz is, I'm going with Ortiz in this fight. I just think he's going to have more volume. He's going to be coming forward for more of the fight. And Madrimov will be more of boxing on the outside. And he proved to be, I don't want to say he did a great job against Crawford because I don't think he did. I know the scorecards were close, but he was just very annoying when he fought Crawford, and he was bouncing all over the place. He was hard to hit, but Crawford's not a volume puncher, and Virgil Ortiz is. So I think Virgil Ortiz will beat Madrimov wider than Crawford beat him. I know it doesn't make sense, but I think Virgil Ortiz will win. There's going to be a lot of close rounds in this fight. Madrimov could have more of the clean punching, but I just think Virgil Ortiz coming forward and his volume is going to steal him more rounds in this fight. And that's what I think is going to happen. But I mean, like I said, just flip a coin, or if you don't bet every fight like I do, just stay away from it. And this is a perfect fight to just sit there and enjoy as a boxing fan. And I think we're going to get a great fight out of it just because Virgil Ortiz doesn't. I mean, it's not like Madrimov's going to be picking him apart from the outside and just dancing around. Virgil Ortiz isn't going to be able to find him. Like, I don't see that happening. That's the only way this could turn into a boring fight. And the other thing about Madrimov is I don't like the fact he only has 11 fights in his career, 11, 12 fights or whatever. And in my opinion, I think his pro debut was his best win. Vladimir Hernandez. Vladimir Hernandez is coming on. He's a very tough fighter. And I mean, he knocked him out in his pro debut, but he hasn't really fought at the top level besides Crawford. I know, but I just think Crawford was kind of a separate fight in its own. It doesn't really tell us much about Madrimov. It just tells us how he could fight against a fighter like Crawford, who's not a true 154 pounder. Like, I think Virgil Ortiz is more of a true 154 pounder, but he just doesn't have his knockout power, but he's probably got a lot more punch resistance at 154, and he's got confident in his cardio because he proved it in his last fight. And I think the move up to 154 um, suits Virgil Ortiz better than it does a guy like Crawford. I think Crawford's just moving up to kind of get big fights, but Virgil Ortiz is a kid and he's young too. So as you get into your into those like mid 20s and stuff like that, you start gaining a little bit more muscle. It's harder to cut weight, just move up a weight class like he did, and I just think he's going to look a lot better at 154, and it's going to set up big fights for whoever wins this fight, but just give me Vergil Ortiz. I'm going to say 7 rounds to 5. Very close fight. Madrimov will be the boxer, more of the boxer, and Vergil Ortiz will be more of the puncher. But I just think it's going to be a back and forth fight. A lot of close rounds. It's just a matter of the way the judges judge it. But give me Vergil Ortiz by unanimous decision. Have a good night, guys.